Hey everybody, it's Dr Marcus Chacos back with Omnipresence, and today we're going to talk about blogs and the incredible value of blogs in being omnipresent. Now, the first thing I want to say about blogs is that there are a number of different ways of approaching this, and therefore there is a number of different values that come from blogging. And the particular reference I want to have in relation to this, if you say, I'm not a writer, I couldn't possibly write, blogs aren't the way for me, I'm going to dispel that myth immediately, because you don't actually need to be a writer. You only need to be a chiropractor who loves chiropractic and is able to communicate the chiropractic message one-on-one with a patient in a treatment room, and you're a blogger. Let me explain. So the first thing is, I'm going to come to this in a moment, don't get caught up in what's in the background. If you say something to a patient, such as, this is how chiropractic helps you, have you ever had the experience where they go, wow, that makes perfect sense. Well, I wish I had been here such a long, ages ago. Can I share that with my, can I share that with my husband? Can he come in and can you tell him that? We've all had this experience. Whatever it is, the message of chiropractic is powerful. It's succinct. It's meaningful to most people, and they get it when they hear it. So when you share that message, what you've actually already done is brought about a significant change in a person's understanding of the principles of health through what chiropractic is and represents. Now, that you might say, well, that's not writing a blog, that's talking to patients about chiropractic. MP3 microphone. Now, imagine you've just said something to as a chiropractor to a patient, and they go, boom, that makes perfect sense. Walk out of the room, record what it is that you just said. And it may be something as simple as, the role of chiropractic is to remove interference to the spine and nervous system. In removing interference to the spine and nervous system, we help the body adapt. When a body adapts well, it is able to respond more favourably, powerfully and effectively to its environment. So when we are more adaptive to our environment, we're more resilient to stress. We cope and adapt better. Therefore, we don't have as many stresses and strains upon our body, so our immune system remains robust and strong, so we are healthy, fit and have a positive emotional mental state. So chiropractic is really about not only addressing people's pain and alleviating the discomfort they may feel when they come to a chiropractor, they actually benefit now and into the future with more resilient immunity, resilient nervous system, robust immunity, and an ability to cope and adapt. And so chiropractic is great now and into the future for people's health and well-being. So that sounds like something you could probably have said to a patient. Now, imagine I've just recorded that. Then I record that, send it off to a transcriber and say, hey, can you type that out and edit it for correctness so it's readable? Guess what? Boom, 400 word blog done right there, right then. You've already produced content, and you have hundreds of those conversations every week. You are a content factory of powerful, valuable, life-changing information. I don't know about you, but I always felt excited when I came to that realization. So that then comes back to, you put your blogs on your website. But also you recorded, and we spoke about this in a previous video, go back, watch that one. You can record a seminar, a webinar or a workshop, and then you can have that transcribed and broken into sections or segments that allow that to be turned into blogs that then turn up onto your website and come onto all of the other platforms. So you are becoming omnipresent. So again, I want you to realize how effortless and easy this can be and how valuable it can be, because now that you've got a blog and an idea that you can produce a blog, and the content of the blog is, let's come back to my website. You got, for me, I write blogs on the arthritis solution. Okay, so we put certain blogs in here on spinal subluxation, degeneration. Arthritis is a degenerative condition, and I bring chiropractic subluxation into that. And osteoporosis links into the degenerative process. I have blogs, as I spoke about in other videos, in the Natural Treatment of Arthritis Institute. So I have a presence in and outside of my practice that links back to my practice. I'm blog writing, I'm repurposing my content on multiple platforms. And what I do is, actually one step before that, I'm going to bring this up to here. So wisdom from the arthritis solution. So what I did to record blogs, I wrote down lots of things that I wanted to say on arthritis. So for example, you may not have an interest in arthritis, and I get that, but just translate this to what it is that you have an interest in, whether it's sports medicine, whether it's stress, whether it's pediatrics. What is 20, 30, 40 messages that you repeat over and again to educate your patients that you want your community to know and understand? And you just listen there and say, well, you know, again, I'll sit in the seat of a pediatric chiropractor for a moment. I want them to know that chiropractic is for children. I want them to know that chiropractic is for whole families. That if the mother is under stress, that the baby is under stress. That if the father is absent, that may create stress in the child and the mother. And therefore there's an important need for family cohesiveness. It might be that stress happens at birth. Subluxation can happen at birth with birthing challenges if you're being pulled out with a forceps or a vacuum. So you can just keep listing. And I just did that off the top of my head, and I know you can do exactly the same. All of the things that you know that you want to communicate and educate to patients, and then you write that as a single line. And the way that I did it was, I took from my workshop and my seminar on arthritis, and I had that broken up. But I also knew that there was a whole host, and these are my blogs, and I had it put into a book. I had it transcribed and then edited and put into a book for me so that I could then give this to my team to say, take this blog and then this blog and this blog in order and in a specific sequence. And so in here, my first blog says, which model works? So I was thinking aloud to myself saying, all right, what am I talking about here? Well, the medical model of chiropractic or the chiropractic model of chiropractic, the pathogenic model or the salutogenic model. So then, and you can see here, I'm going to do this count for you in a moment. So review word count. 283 words. That's literally a 1 minute conversation. Okay, so I have done that. Which model works? Who's responsible for your healing when you're in arthritis? The long and lonely road of arthritis. So these are just thoughts and ideas that came to my mind that I wanted to write on, that I've shared with my patients. And do you believe that you can heal arthritis? So there's all of these elements. And so what I did there is I've written these blogs. I've got the content. The next thing I do is, here is my Facebook page on the arthritis solution. Here's a blog that I wrote, Dispelling the Myths of Arthritis. And again, you can see there's a lovely image related to that. And then here's the content, and I've dispelled those myths. And there are all the images and photos that go with this. So you can see by writing a blog, it's on my website. It's on my Facebook page. It's outsourced to other platforms that want content, education, information, linking back to me. So the content that I produce either simply, effortlessly, off the top of my head with conversational information about my area of specialization, again, you would do what you need to you, or from a pre-existing webinar, which by the way, I said, if you transcribe your webinar, your content, and have somebody edit that, you've got a year's worth of blogs there as well. And that way that I've got this massive amount of content, and now people are not only seeing me in videos, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, promoted, or in-house in my practice, or in an outside world, people are now being able to come to my website to access that, including my blogs and other material. And I'm also blog posting on other platforms. So now wherever my patients are, they have the opportunity to uncover the nuggets of gold that I have for them relevant to the interests they have that I can deliver upon. So that's why Omnipresence is about having a content machine that is delivered on multiple platforms, but linking in together with the overall content plan that you have. So that is how Omnipresence begins to take shape. By the way, we're only 3 steps into this entire model. This is going to be an epic journey for you to understand how you can become present in the mind, heart of all of your patients and your wider audience as you bring together this content, this education, this valuable information in a unified way. I know you're loving this. I know this is going to be really valuable, and the understanding is creating breakthrough for you. So start taking down notes. What do you want to talk on? Record it. Get it transcribed. Start the writing process, which is really just a talking process. You can do this. Let me know how it goes. Thank you.